Roommate keeps jacking off in the morning, and I hate it. What do I do? Yesterday I woke up and looked at him groggily, only to see him going to ducking town under the sheets. It wasn't quiet at all, and I did like how he was up so early just to do it. It makes me wonder how many times he has done it. Well, I woke up this morning to a similar sound and decided to just wake up so he would stop. He quickly after this got his shower stuff and left. I get it, we're just a bunch of hormonal college kids and whatnot, but damn it, just go jerk it in the shower. How do I go about things? I need to set boundaries. Maybe should I use this to kick him out and get my other buddy to come room with me? Edit. Alrighty, Jesus Christ, you guys are some assholes. Some of you guys were pretty funny. NGL, I'm going to talk with him. I will admit I would rather not have him as a roommate and have one of my butts, but he'll bite the bullet and wait till next year. I'm going to say to him, just keep it to the shower. Some of you would like to call me a pussy for running to the rap, but he made eye contact with me and he didn't have his phone out. So either he has a really good memory / imagination, or he is jerking it to me. Wake up before him and jerk off even louder to assert dominance, or show him how it's done. Double Dutch rudder? You're two dudes. You can talk about it. Hey, I know you're jacking in the morning. Can you keep it to the shower? Cheers, pal. End of story. Move on with your life. 100% agree with this. Honestly, at least he's doing it under the sheets. I've known so many people who dealt with way more insane roommates in college. Had a buddy who realized his roommate had been pissing in his shampoo and laundry detergent. One girl's roommate would masturbate on Skype with her boyfriend, while her roommate had her back turned studying at her desk. Another guy's roommate would have loud sex with his girlfriend, while his roommate was studying, and leave the used condoms in the corner of the room behind his bed. The roommate couldn't figure out why the room smelled so bad, and he found the condom pile one day while he was cleaning. Truly horrifying stuff. My point is, count your blessings up that your roommate's weirdness is on the milder side. EWW. I'm female, so maybe that makes a difference. But my roommate and I would just be like, yo, stay out longer so I can masturbate. Apostrophe. Have you tried just saying something like, can you do that in the bathroom instead? It's making me uncomfortable. Apostrophe. Just go to him pretty chill and say, yo, you should jerk off in the shower next time. I mean, to be fair, some college dorms, mine included back in the day, have had to put out announcements about semen clogging the drains. And please don't. Basically, he's trying to be considerate. /s. You gotta waffle stomp that jizz, or cut it with your poop knife. Sit down and make a list of ground rules. I kinda just want to kick him out. Try to make it work first, before you tucktail. Yeah, just tell him you don't want to see / hear him jerking off, so he should get up and go to do it in the bathroom. You don't want to be part of his sexual act. You need to tell him to stop. Gotta communicate when you have a roommate, it's your only option. Hell, understand. Just be like, dude, this morning I woke up and it's uncomfortable being in the same room while you were doing what you were doing. Can you keep it to the shower? Or if you can't, maybe you should look into getting a single. Sorry you're in this situation, but holy shit, this thread has had me dying at work. In all seriousness, just talk to him. Be straight up and upfront, but don't be condescending. I'm sure you've let one go in a less than desirable place before, and even if you haven't, you're a young male, you know where a held in nut can lead you. Best of luck. Talk to him? From the comments. You're in a college dorm, which means you should be a grown-ass adult and be able to have a civil conversation with someone. If you can't, maybe college isn't right for you. Guys, you can tell Op to talk to his roommate without insulting his maturity. You know very little about him other than he is in college and he doesn't like his roommate masturbating in the room with him. Neither of these on their own indicate he is immature. In all seriousness though, set some ground rules. Tell him to keep it in the bathroom and keep it down. Nobody likes a screamer, lol. You know you can request a room change at any point, right? You don't have to wait. Imagine my discomfort when I was 19. I went with my then boyfriend to visit his uncle. He only had TV in the guest room. So he asked if we mind if he watched some TV before bed. We said sure, no worries, but we will try to sleep as it was a long road. My boyfriend fell asleep right away, and uncle put on porn and started the work. The next day I told my boyfriend. He didn't believe me first, but I told him to don't dare to fall asleep before me tonight and he will see. And he did see. And we did see the coming 3 nights too. We were young and too ashamed to say something. But man, really? While your guests are in bed in the same room? I just can't wrap my head around it. Just ask him to do it in the bathroom or shower, and if he continues then you might want to talk to someone. Hey, it could be worse. You could have bunked beds and your roommate could be doing it underneath you for hours. At 1 in the morning. Shaking the bed. That happened to me. He moved out a few days later without telling me. Jerk him off first. That'll teach him. Assert dominance. Jesus ducking Christ dude, can't you whack it in the shower? Question mark? Apostrophe. Wah. Huh. It's blatantly obvious you are masturbating. Can you go do that in private? Apostrophe. Oh shit. Ah sorry. Yay. A real life conversation I had with my first college roommate. Sure it is embarrassing and not something you should have to ask someone. But I'm 31 years old with a degree and career and just recently had to ask my boss to stop picking his nose in the middle of a meeting while I'm talking to him. Moral of the story. Just talk to him and ask him to be a regular human being. If he refuses, then escalate. Bring someone over and go to town while he's over. Assert dominance. Source, worked against my shitty roommate lol. Hey, just jet up one morning. Sit up and smile and say haha I'm cute, but I never thought I'd turn you to. Smile really creepily. Could backfire big time. Won't be the popular opinion, but my roommate jerked it every night for the entire year I was there in our dorm. He even did it when I had my partner over. I regret not reporting it after he refused to stop when I talked to him about it. So definitely use your app if he does not respect your wishes, because it's a shared space which does not give him the right to whip it out any time he wants. This is excellent advice. If you aren't afraid for your safety, talk to your roommate first. If he responds poorly, or if he responds well but then just continues to jerk it in the room when you're there, go to the rap. Yeah, your roommate should be able to jerk off comfortably, but your safety and comfort are more important than some own sexual satisfaction. My roommate used to have sex with her boyfriend on the floor when he was visiting. Take it from me, you are going to want to just address this with a conversation early before you spend the whole year pretending to be asleep. Her boyfriend on the floor when he was visiting. Take it from me, you are going to want to just. Also, don't know what this says about me, but I was more annoyed by her open mouth chewing granular cereal every damn morning. Pavlov him. Every time you see him jerking, play some kind of sensory trigger to tie it to his arousal, like a song or tone on your cell phone or a strong fragrance. Do this for a few weeks and then activate the triggers in public places where he is present. You're going to have to ask him to move it to the showers. I don't understand the other comments. I'd be pissed if I were Opus. Like it should be common sense and decency not to do that kinda shit when you share a room with someone. Holy duck, this just made me realize they are in the same room. I won't be able to sleep in the same room and someone let alone lay there while they jerk off. When you catch him, ask him, what are you doing stepbro? Since you want him to move out, gift him a blow up doll. With any luck, he'll hate you so much, he'll leave. Or the two of them spit roasted, maintaining angry eye contacts throughout. I'm sorry you're getting so much backlash. It's disgusting that someone is jerking off in the same room as you. It's rude and disrespectful. So what if he's a teenage boy? That doesn't make it right. You will have to tell him to do it somewhere more private than in the same room as you. But please don't let these duckheads convince you that this is normal. Boys will be boys, etc. Because I'd have a problem with it too. Just jerk him off. Dude, grow up. If you tell him you know, he will probably change his habits. And jerking in and communal shower is not good hygiene for anyone involved. Dudes masturbate. It happens. But there is a lot more mature ways to handle this situation. And catching your college roommate jerking it isn't that uncommon. If this is your biggest problem, you're doing alright. If you go to your app, they can move you. If there are resources on campus, You could see about being put into a single room. Sometimes colleges set aside single occupancy rooms for those with disabilities, if they are trans, etc. C. Ed, warn him that you're getting an air horn, and from now on when you catch him doing the solo do in the room like that, you're totally going to blast the air horn. Eventually, people around you are going to get pissed off at him making you blow the horn, because you won't blow the damn horn if he would just go to the shower like a normal roommate. In any order: life-size picture of childhood authority figure taped above his bed, laugh track, air horn, cayenne pepper in his private lotion, fart spray, I choose air horn. Everyone in the comments telling you to suck it up, and you're gonna have to live with uncomfortable situations are weird ASF. Uncomfortable as in having to do presentations and sit next to the weird guy on the bus, not wake up to someone jerking off in the same room as you. That's not just uncomfortable, it's disturbing. You have every right to be weirded out. It's normal to masturbate, but not so publicly. I'm not sure if it'd be worse if it was someone you knew or someone you barely know, tbh. Either way it's wrong. Jizz on his pillow to establish dominance. Him going to take the apparently unpopular stance that you shouldn't have to be masturbated around if you don't want to. It's not incumbent upon you to have to work things out or talk to him if you don't want. Let's be honest here. You just don't like him and want him out, so just tell him you'd prefer if he just pisses off so you and your mate can sleep in the same room with each other. Hey, can you do that in the shower next time? Tell him to the shower quick march and wash it down before you leave, as you don't want to slip on it. Join him. This will stronger the bond between you and him, and you will find a new friend. Just ask him to do it somewhere else or when you're not in the room. Jeez, it's not a big deal, and it just sounds like you're using this as an excuse to try to get him kicked out. Ridiculous. And then calling everyone assholes for pointing out your BS. You have a lot of growing up to do. Tell him he needs your consent if he's doing a blatantly sexual act essentially beside you. It's an invitation. Just politely ask him if that is on his mind. You've got to learn to confront issues, and an IP issue like this is high level, but in doing so you will grow and become a better person. You don't know he was jacking it to you. Way more likely is that he was jacking it with his eyes closed and heard you wake up, so he turned to look at you. Thinking it is you is just anxiety amping up the situation, tbh. Confront non-confrontationally. Hey man, sorry to be awkward, but I caught you jacking it the other day and I do not want to see that. I recommend you keep it in the shower. Wait for a response, and then just ask how other things are going, like course or whatever. You don't even know the guy, but you can and should be nice to people, even if you don't like them. Plus you do have to live with him. I had this exact same issue happen to me, except it was late at night when I was trying to fall asleep and he wasn't even under the sheets. Look him in the eye and tell him to not ducking do it, and go tell your rap if you want to get a different roommate. I'm honestly scared that this is now the third time I've heard of people doing this. There are some weirdos in the comments. So many terrible roommates. Guys, he's jerking it loudly while his roommate is still in the room. There's something clearly wrong with him. He probably was screamed at by his mother that it's gross to do it in the shower. Or perhaps he is incapable of achieving standing up, or it may be his thing to relieve the stress of the day to come before rolling out of bed. Regardless, you just have a frank talk of boundaries in regards to sex of any nature. Masturbation when alone in room or shower. A booty call when alone and text to let the other know. A pornathon when alone and text the other. Good luck. All I'm going to say is, you really need to do everything you can think of to keep yourself out of jail. You would not do well in there at all. So the thing is, him not in jail. Him in the civilized world, where it's taboo to jerk off right next to someone. Try to change the rooms or kick him out. It is ducking disgusting that he is hammering his mail so much. If you are a man, you need to get up early and go jerk off right in front of him while staring deadpan into his eyes. It will totally work. He will either never do it again or join you. Either way it's a win. Please click subscribe if you enjoyed this video.